Hey guys, it's Tim coming at you with a brand new DC Rebirth review, this time of Teen Titans Rebirth number 1. Written by Benjamin Percy with art by John Boy Myers. So the issue starts off with Beast Boy throwing a huge house party in a house in LA that he rented with his uncle's money. The whole time he's thinking to himself about how Tim Drake used to say that he's addicted to attention, and thinking about how Tim Drake has recently apparently died. He starts hitting on a girl at his party, and it starts seeming like it's going well before he scares her away in the pool by transforming into a shark. Immediately afterwards, he's knocked unconscious by a mysterious cloaked figure who had been watching him throughout the course of the party. We then cut to an island off the coast of Florida where Starfire is investigating a string of disappearances of girls being sold into sexual slavery, largely due to Starfire's own past of essentially being sold into slavery as well. She had also asked Nightwing to come on this trip with her due to him being in a dark place right now, but he had refused to leave Gotham. She's then knocked out by the same mysterious cloaked figure who had knocked out Beast Boy. Next we cut to New York City where Raven breaks into a museum, largely to be isolated away from people because she feeds on everyone else's emotions all day due to being an empath. However, when she's looking at some art, she suddenly sees scenes of herself and Trigon, which starts to freak her out. And like the others, she's knocked out by the mysterious cloaked figure. We then cut to our final team member, Wally West, in Central City, thinking to himself about how he feels like he's constantly stuck in the middle of every situation that he's in. Though more in a metaphysical sense as opposed to him being in the center of the action. What he means by this is that he feels that he's not a child anymore, but he's not an adult, and he's not slow, but he's not as fast as the Flash, and he's not a delinquent, but he's not a hero yet. He then sees someone robbing a store and uses his speed to chase them down and give the money back. Afterwards, he changes into his Kid Flash costumes and comes across someone unconscious under a bridge, who turns out to be a robot who unleashes gas at him which knocks him unconscious. The four wake up restrained, wearing gauntlets that restrain their powers if they try to use them by electrocuting them. And then we finally find out who had been abducting them, and it turns out to be Damian Wayne, who then asks if they were wondering why he brought them here, which ends the issue. Overall, this was a pretty solid first issue of this series. It had really good pacing to it, and it felt like they spent just enough time on each of the characters to develop who they are, where they're coming from throughout the issue, as well as setting up where they're going to go in the future of this series. Probably the only weak point writing-wise, in my opinion, would have to be Beast Boy, whose personality really rubbed me the wrong way in the scene that he's present, but hopefully he improves as the series goes on. There's also a lot of good references throughout the issue, probably my favorite one being the relationship between Nightwing and Starfire, including showing the two kissing in a flashback. Though the best thing in the issue to me personally would have to be John Boy Myers' art. It's very bright and colorful and dynamic, and it really captures all the characters very well, including Wally West, who I previously didn't like in the Kid Flash costume in the other artwork we had seen of him, but he actually works in it in John Boy Myers' style. It's sort of doing its own thing, but also capturing some of the visual style from the Teen Titans animated series from 2003, especially on Beast Boy, which I like. And Raven's new design with the short hair and the highlights pretty much makes her look like Gogo Tamago from the Disney Big Hero 6 movie, which I personally like, but your mileage may vary on that. Overall, I give Teen Titans Rebirth number 1 a 9 out of 10. I really enjoy the artwork of it, as well as the pacing of the story and the characterization on most of the characters, again save for Beast Boy. He's not awful, but I really didn't enjoy what they did with him here, but this does give him room for growth as the series goes on, so I'm looking forward to that. But if you like this review, and you'd like to see more from us, as well as other exclusive series like Super Science, The Spotlight, and Comic Book Versus, subscribe to us if you haven't yet, and until next time, this has been Tim from the Hybrid Network, signing out.